Hello everyone, welcome to another 1v1 in Dawn of War Soulstorm. We are going to watch now Orks versus Necrons on Fata Morga. One of the most difficult matchups in the game for Necrons. And I mean also in the entire game, not just for Necrons. I think the most difficult matchups to play are Eldar versus Space Marines. Space Marine has big disadvantage, and Orks versus Necrons also very close to be the most difficult one. It's very hard for Necron against Orks with mass close combat, or just an Ork that will go economy boom into late game and defend the map. Very hard to beat that. Still possible to win. Everything is possible in this game. So Jonne starts here on the top side of the map with big mech and two squads of slugger boys, also generator. No shooter boys being made. Instead he goes for the third slugger boy squad. This already smells like mass close combat to me. On the bottom side of the map, me with Necrons. And it's been a while since I recorded me with Necrons. Still got so many good games with this race. I don't know when I will have time to record all of them, but I've got literally hundreds of replays with Necrons against many good players, many top players. So I don't know, maybe I will upload more often. Placing a turret here, as you can see, on the high ground, very close to the edge, so that I can reach also on this listening post. If anyone gets here to capture, the turret also will deal the damage to the cappers. It may seem as a very stupid placement, but in fact it's a very good placement, one of the best for this map. It can also cover and deal some damage in this area. If anyone tries to get through here, turret also will damage here. It will not reach this side though, which is quite disappointing. But defending this point in this area is already a good advantage. Big Mac gets in here in my base, wants to hunt some scarabs, it seems, yeah. Or actually no, maybe he will go inside the base and wants to kill Necron warriors maybe. During this time, Jonne takes the entire map. Look at this, he already took all his side of the map. Upgrades the listening posts, upgrading this one. Good thing to upgrade this point against Necrons. How many generators did I place? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my economy will be plus 80 very soon. That's how it should be done versus Orks. If you want to win a difficult matchup, you will need a very high economy on Necrons, and that's what I do. Having a high economy on Necrons, and basically anything becomes possible. But this is the comeback race, I would say, as long as you have economy. It's very hard to recover after your generators go down. But if you have high economy, even the most difficult matchups, such as this one, can be won. Big Mac already below half HP, not a good job here by Jonne. He trades Mech HP for only one Scarab squad and some Necron warriors. 3 Necron warriors killed 1 squad of Scarabs, and Big Mac is very low in HP. Well, at least he won some time during his capture of the map. He's got everything, 3 critical locations, all his points. His economy is 116 to 20 on the 4th minute. This is crazy high. My economy is plus 80. The reason I go this high economy also against Orks is because Ork takes the map very fast, and their economy will become very high in a short amount of time. That's why Necrons also must farm generators like crazy, And I placed 2 more generators. This is the 8th one and the 9th one. This is 200 energy. Cost generator. I go for 2 Necron Warriors also, Forbidden Archive. I will spend lots of time on tier 1. Still, I can defend myself with what I've got. A Necron Lord, 2 Necron Warrior squads, not reinforced, but it's enough. Because Jonne doesn't really have any powerful army yet. I also add a Flayed One squad. It can be effective against Stormboy's Heres. You land the Flayed Ones, Stormboy will lose morale and jump away. At least when they are not in a very large number. 3 squads of Slugger Boys now will attack. Here at this point I might lose it. Landing the Flayed Ones here, I must fight back these Slugger Boys somehow. And here comes the Storm Boys. Jonne is 45 orc population, has the Pylo guns. Flayed Ones slowly dying here. I have to overwatch them. It's best to keep the Flayed One squad fully reinforced, so in my games they would be most of the time on overwatch, because I want them fully reinforced all the time. The more Flayed Ones you have, the more morale enemy infantry loses, and of course more damage is being done. And especially against Orks, Flayed Ones are very good unit to make. 116 to 40 economy for Jonne. He makes the research for close combat. Almost 7th minute in the game. I have 3 squads of Necron Warriors without upgrade. I don't need this upgrade against Orks, it's completely waste and useless. Unless you go for also Chronometron and try to do some hard push on tier 1. The Necron Warrior upgrade is not worth it. It's okay to make it on tier 4, or maybe on tier 2 and 5. If you want to exterminate Orks on tier 2 and 5, you can try, it can work, but it's too risky. I go tier 2, 50%. Placing the 10th generator here, my income will be plus 110, and if I do the global upgrade it will be plus 137. And if I add the second monolith it will be plus 150, and that's a very good economy. Jonne admits that this is a very hard matchup for Necrons. Seems like he's tried himself to play Necrons against Orks in this matchup, and the things probably didn't go too well for him. I researched Lightning Field for Necron Lord because I saw he's having mostly close combat. Look here, Big Mech already dies, so Lightning Field paid up big time. For only 100 energy cost, it's a very good artifact. It makes Necron Lord very good in close combat. And the Lightning Field with Phylactery and Phase Shift makes Necron Lord almost invincible, almost unkillable. If you control the Necron Lord properly, it's very hard to kill him. But of course, still possible. From ranged combat, of course. Flash Gates will do an easy job out of Necron Lord, unless the Flash Gates get tied up by lots of Wraiths, Flayed Ones. And of course Necron Lord himself can tie up quite nicely, especially when with the Lightning Field. Nobs can still kill the Necron Lord, but they also receive damage during this time. I have to save my Necron Lord and jump away. My global upgrade is not on the way yet, or no, I actually researched it already, yeah. Plus 125 income for me. And I should think about building my second monolith. I made... no, it's still only 1 squad of Flayed Ones. Jonne goes back, he's got the Nobs and Slugger Boys, and this is not enough to stop Flayed Ones, Necron Warriors and Wraiths. Also Necron Lord is there. Trying to scout what he's doing, and I am a bit scared of what I see in here. Only if I'd manage to get on this side and destroy all of this, it would be great. That's some risky building placement here by Jonne, but it's not that bad. He goes tier 3, his economy is very high, plus 140 to 60, has Storm Boys. Also he made a Killer Can. I go for the second Monolith now, it will be finished soon. And I add more turrets, that's what I need. Killer Can damaging Necron Lord while he's activated with phase shift. This also charges the lightning field, so I stay here, the lightning field gets charged, but it only kills one Storm Boys when casted. Well, in Dark Crusade the lightning field area of effect was much larger. In Soulstorm it got highly reduced. It's more like a lightning, I don't know, not field, but lightning for a very small area. Because when you cast it, it deals damage in a very little area. In Dark Crusade it used to deal damage in a very high area, a much more wider one. Something like of this size, something like this. Lost my Necron Lord in here, but I killed lots of Orks too. Doing some Heres on the other side with the Flayed Ones and Wraiths, that's what I like to do. Sometimes people see destroyers in these units, and I mean it. I am playing like this close combat mass style with infantry, but people see destroyers somewhere, I don't know where, I don't have them yet. I only go for the Necron Lord, more Wraiths, more Flayed Ones. This is a Heres strategy, you have to deal damage on enemy's economy. I don't see destroyers anywhere close. And I wouldn't even make them in such a situation. They are too expensive and they will delay my technology too much. I need tier 3 in the first place and better defense at the base. If nobs with Big Mac get in here and destroy my generators, it's lost. Now I will also make a destroyer. My income is plus 150. One destroyer still is not really enough. If you want to make destroyers, make 3-4 of them. Or at least 2. Again, Jonne doing a mistake here, charging my lightning field. He does not pay attention and he might lose this entire squad. Will Big Mac die? No, he manages to retreat.
Victory countdown has begun.
I must go tier 3. I should think about that. But no, first I go on this side and will try to do some damage here. Trying to distract Jonne as much as I can. If I manage to destroy his economy, I can win his tier 3 even with tier 2 and 5. He won't be able to keep fighting simply because of low economy. Destroying his listening post and relic should decap it. I lost my Necron Lord again. As I've said, it's still killable. Lots of nobs around, lots of flash gates. So of course Necron Lord goes down. There's no way to kill this infantry without destroyers, that's why I make them now. 2 destroyers. Some more Flayed Ones. Well, in this matchup, destroyers are actually quite good when Ork goes for mass close combat. Without tank boosters, without war tracks. Trying to get these pile of guns down. Flayed Ones dealing good damage to buildings. That's why I use them. I don't even use flayed ones in close combat too much. I use them more for heresy. There is no point to fight these orks here if I don't destroy work economy. Destroying work economy is a much more important thing now. Look at this base. How many turrets here? 5 turrets. 6, building the 7th one. So Storm Boy won't be able to destroy my generators because it's nicely protected. And while defending my base, I also do the damage with the flayed ones on the other side. Not just staying inside the base until tier 4. If you will stay like this and just defend the base, you will get out-teched and lose in the end. You must do that damage anyway. Even if you're playing defensively at the start, you must start doing the damage on tier 2 and 5 at least, with Wraiths, Flayed Ones, Necron Lord. Maybe a Tomb Spider would be highly recommended in such situation as well. Tomb Spider can resurrect some units and can deal nicely with the nobs in close combat. Also deals morale damage to nobs. I am still tier 2, not even going tier 3. I have to keep fighting these orks. What's Jonne's economy? 143 to 59. He does not go tier 4, not enough requisition for him. My economy is still plus 150. Yeah, War Boss loses against Necron Lord in close combat. Look how he will die. He tried to damage Necron Lord and got killed. Because even when you try to damage the Necron Lord with Lightning Field, that unit will receive the damage and also charge the Lightning Field. Crazy fight here. As you can see, the defense is really hard on my base. LP3s and lots of turrets. Also LP3 here upgraded. Flayed ones, and that's how you battle these orks back even with tier 2 and 5 Necrons. He tried full tier 3 fight. My defenses were too good in here and he failed. He said GG, but it's not over yet. We'll be playing this for about 10 more minutes. Only now I go tier 3, because I managed to fight his orks back. Lots of wraiths being produced on a high speed from this monolith. My production speed is 91, I control this critical location, gives me speed. Also all of my points under my control. Now time to destroy some orc banners. Wraiths can't tie up easily these flare kits. Flare kits have low damage in close combat, so Wraiths deal with them quite easily, unless they have some heroes attached. Destroyed this listening post here. Wraiths and flayed ones are very good at destroying orc economy, because listening posts and generators have low HP, so you destroy orc economy faster than on other races. Again, seems like I will lose my Necron Lord here, not controlling it, jumping at the last second. I am tier 3, not making the global upgrade yet. Yeah, now I go for it, then I will go tier 4. Not a good idea to fight against nobs with these wraiths. So as you can see, not really much destroyers. It's just mass close combat with economy harass, a big defense, and try to get the advantage in the end game. Orks of course are more powerful than Necron on tier 4, but if you manage to out-tag them, you can win. Jonne is not tier 4 yet, I am tier 4. He goes for Fata Bombas, which is not a good answer against flayed ones and wraiths. If I would have Necron warriors, maybe one Fata Morga would be good. Still, Necron warriors can get easily killed also by nobs and flash gits, so Fata Morgas in this matchup are not really a good thing, they don't pay up. Jumping into these flash gits using lightning fields, but it seems like the Necron Lord will just die. Yeah, goes down very quickly. Destroying also this mechanized, this mech shop, I mean, with the wraiths, seems like it will go down. Yeah, managing to destroy the mech shop, and something tells me Fata Morga's bomb damaged the mech shop also. Having tier 4 now, I will have enough resources for the monolith, for the restored monolith very soon. My economy is very high, plus 170. Lots of wraiths getting out non-stop. They are good at everything, they win time, they can harass economy, they can tie up units, they can counter the flash gits, and they can even damage the nobs when they are not focused. I mean, you see these nobs damaging the obelisk, so wraiths can nicely damage them in the back while they do that. Still, they feel like having tier 3 armor, so it's hard to damage them. Here is the restored monolith, a little surprise for Jonne. 90 to 56 income for Orks. Did you see that? 2 points decapped, and Orc economy is extremely low now compared to what it was. It's so much worse. That's why it's very important to harass Orc economy in this matchup. Doing wraiths and flayed ones and focus on destroying Orcs economy feels like this is the only way, seriously. Because Orc units are much more powerful than Necron units. So only by destroying Orcs economy and gaining advantage with technology, you will be able to win in the end. Yeah, here I managed to fight back his tier 3 army completely. Pariahs are also good in this matchup at destroying buildings. It's not very good to use Pariahs in fights against Orks. They can be used for slowing the Squiggoth if it gets out. You can slow down the Squiggoth, then you will be able to kill the Squiggoth with Lord Destroyers and of course Monolith, Tomb Spiders. But Pariahs mostly should be used at destroying buildings and slowing down the Squiggoth. In fight they will get killed very quickly by the flash gits or even nobs. That's why I go with them towards the Orc base, but flash gits were waiting for them, so Pariahs were killed. Also lots of buildings shooting in here, lots of upgraded banners. All the banners are upgraded, yeah. Good job from Jonne to upgrade them. He wants to defend and protect his other buildings. My economy a bit decreased, plus 155. And I slowly march towards Orcs base. As I've said, on tier 4 I do the Necron warrior upgrade, so you can start massing them at this point in the game. And from distance, like that, slowly getting into Orcs base and exterminating them. Slowly but surely. Don't even need solar pulse for this matchup. I think solar pulse is bad in this matchup, honestly, even if Ork goes for shoota boys with big shootas. It's still better to get the lightning field instead of the solar pulse, because of the knobs and because of the tier 3. What is that bomb? Oh, it was right here. Without lightning field, Necron Lord gets killed way too easily by the knobs and by the Ork commanders. 1 minute until taken hold. Also for me, I control how many critical locations? All 3 of them. I also have stolen one Fata Morga, using it against Orks now. And finally I have the Catan Gods Research, and I summon the Deceiver. And what will I do with it?
30 seconds.
Getting this Flash Git squad. Will I? Yeah, that's how you do it. Steal the Flash Gits, place the bomb, and do not use the juice, and you suicide these Flash Gits. This is one good trick you do with the Deceiver. Also, the restored fake Monolith here teleported all my units into the Ork base, and I achieved the taken hold victory, and also very close to annihilating his last building, the stronghold, that can produce any units. So let's look at the score. Pretty entertaining game, I would say. Lots of action. Even if I played quite defensively at the start, I still was fighting those Orks pretty much the entire game. Very close game again, look at this. Jonne only kills 3 units more than me. But look at this, huge difference. I destroyed 21 buildings. That's a lot of work being done by the Wraiths, Flayed Ones, and later on by the Monolith and Necron Warriors. On resources, I think I've won in this game because I destroyed Orks' economy actively after tier 2. And on technology, Jonne wins because of reinforced units and unit upgrades. I didn't have anything to upgrade. You can upgrade only the Tomb Spider, I believe. Yeah, seems so. Only Tomb Spider has a weapon available to be upgraded on the Necrons. That's why it shows 0 here. But I did 9 researches, 9 upgrades. That's lots of upgrades for Necron Lord, Necron Warriors, global upgrades, and the Catan Gods Research. That's it with this game, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave your feedback below, leave a like or dislike, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.